In the desperate final years of World War II, Axis engineers scrambled for any possible edge in battle, and some projects defied all logic. Ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between and out, today we'll be uncovering what happens when you mount one of the heaviest tank turrets ever built, the Mouse turret, onto one of the cutest tankers ever produced, the Italian L333. The end result is a machine so absurd that even the engineers who designed it probably questioned their sanity. Today we'll be uncovering the story of the very real Panzerkampfwagen 833, or as its engineers reportedly called it, die Abscheulichkeit, the abomination. To understand how such a bizarre project even entered the realm of possibility, we need to look at its components. First, the Maus, a German super heavy tank designed in 1942 by Ferdinand Porsche. The Panzerkampfwagen 8 Maus was the heaviest fully enclosed armor fighting vehicle ever built, at an astonishing 188 tons. The massive turret housed a 128mm KWK 44L55 gun, which is the same one used in the Jagdtiger, capable of defeating any allied armor thrown against it. Then there's the Carlo Armato, a two-man vehicle weighing just 2.7 tons. The L333 was barely more than an armored go-kart with tracks and a machine gun. It has no real anti-tank capabilities and will crumble to dust and blow away if hit by a slight breeze. And by 1944 it was woefully outdated. So why in the world would anyone try to combine these two wildly different machines? The answer lies in pure desperation. By 1944, Axis forces were being pushed back on all fronts. Italy had already surrendered long ago, and Germany was cannibalizing any available resource for last-ditch defense projects.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
If you were to look through my shitty webcam, you will see that I have in my hands very real and authentic post-war documents. And if you were to flip through 6 or 7 pages of useless crap, you will find this to be said from one of the engineers working on the project at the time.
Man hat uns den Auftrag gegeben, mit bereits vorhandener Ausrüstung kreative Lösungen zur Herstellung von Verteidigungseinheiten zu finden. Gleichzeitig machten Gerüchte die Runde, dass das Panzer-8-Projekt eingestellt werden sollte, sowohl die V1 als auch die V2-Programme vor der Verstörung standen. Als dann mehrere L3-Tanketten auslaufen, kamen unsere leitenden Ingenieure eine ebenso kühne als wie ungewöhnliche Idee. Er schlug vor, den bereits einsatzbereiten Geschützturm eines der L3-Fahrgestelle zu montieren.
Thank you GMP for the wonderful voiceover. So now you understand the why to the Laos project, which leads perfectly onto So what did the engineers do to meet those demands? Take the L3 chassis, remove its machine gun and mount, and then attach a mouse turret on top. Reasoning? The turret already existed and could be salvaged from the damaged mouse prototype. While L3 tank kits were retired from service, and the Germans just got their hands on another batch through some unusual means. So this project should be simple, right? From the moment the mouse turret was placed on the L3 chassis, the problems were obvious. The L3's frame, designed for a roughly 3-ton vehicle, now had to support a 57-ton turret, which is almost as heavy as your mum, and unsurprisingly it caused the entire tank to dip dangerously backwards due to the unbalanced weight. Worse, the tiny 43 horsepower Fiat engine had absolutely no hopes of propelling this abomination. Wait, what? Engineers reportedly tried reinforcing the hull with salvage steel plates, but the L3 simply wasn't built for this kind of stress. The next issue was the firepower, or rather the complete inability to use it. The mouse turret's 128mm required heavy ammunition and a large crew. On the L3 there was barely enough room for the driver, let alone space for a loader or ammunition. Oh my god. Despite these glaring flaws, a single prototype of the now designated Panzerkampfwagen 833 was reportedly completed in early 1945. It was transported extremely carefully to a testing ground nearby. The test? To see if the L3 chassis can even move with the mouse turret on it. To nobody's surprise, it failed spectacularly. The engine overheated within seconds, the suspension collapsed, and the tank had struggled to move at all. But the final nail in the coffin? The moment engineers tried firing the main cannon, the recoil rocked the tank so bad that one of the loaders in the jam-packed turret reportedly smashed his skull against the back of the breech of the secondary 75mm. With no follow-up on what became of the loader, the test was immediately scrapped. According to other post-war reports, the mouse turret was later removed and the L3 chassis repurposed into something else, though no records confirm what it has repurposed into. We do however know that the Soviets later recovered the mouse turret, subscribed to me, the most fabulous YouTuber on earth, and mounted it on the captured V1 hull, creating the mouse tank that currently resides in the Kubinka Tank Museum. So, why does this project still intrigue definitely very real certified historians? Because it represents the sheer desperation of what is left of the Axis powers, when logic went out the window and the Axis engineers tried anything, no matter how impractical, to turn the tide of war. The Panzerkampfwagen 833 never saw combat, never fired its gun in anger, and never progressed beyond its first failed test, but its absurdity ensures it will never be forgotten. To end things off, here's me trying out this very tank, and a few final messages.
Oh, I found the guy.
First of all, I sincerely apologize for the painfully obvious lack of quality in this video. It was one of my older projects that is from more than a year ago.
It's over for him. Hi, little
Rated.
Sheridan.
And I decided to finish it off. But on hindsight, I should have just restarted the entire project instead of running on an extremely outdated script, but I was too stubborn to do so, and it just led to the entire final product feeling like it's far too stitched together, like, think Frankenstein.
He is after me.
Yeah.
Smell it.
Boom!
You.
If given the opportunity in the future, I would love to just redo this entire project and actually give this the quality it really deserves.
I see him. I've got you, homies.
So, with that being said, thank you once again for GMP's voice acting, and see you around soon, hopefully.
We lost B.
Where can I pen the mammoth turret from?
Shooting on the cupola.
Okay.
You have enough proxy HE.
Oh, I do actually. Thank you.